Alright, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel BTCTV, and we continue to do videos from WebSummit from Lisbon. And today I'm happy to present you a Binance company, which is very famous exchange on the market with, I believe right now, capitalization over $3 billion. And with me is Chief Strategy Officer Gin. Gin, thanks for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
And Gin, please tell us Binance, why you decided to join this company.
Sure. Well, I've been with Binance for a little over 1 year now. I've been in touch with the management team for quite some time and had worked with them beforehand. So I was pretty excited about the opportunity when it came up. Before joining, I was with the MBA in China for 6 years, which was a very exciting global brand and in a very exciting industry in sports. But what I saw happening with Binance within the cryptocurrency industry was a much more exciting story for me. It's a chance to really influence first an industry that's actually quite new and growing, and more importantly, potentially has a massive impact on the world, from businesses down to individuals and how we live, and what cryptocurrency represents and what the broader blockchain technology can do has, in my mind, a much more exciting impact to the world than sports, as much as I love sports. And so this role was really a dream come true, to work with people that are as innovative and fast-moving and decisive as CZ and the team that he's built, and then also on a platform that is really disrupting a lot of spaces and has grown probably faster than any company to reach unicorn status in history.
Actually, that's why I wanted to ask our next question, because I was amazing how you quickly Binance reached unicorn status, like nearly 6 months approximately, like that. In your opinion, why Binance could do this? I mean, you know that there have been exchanges on the market, another one like Poloniex, Gate, IO, another like exchanges on the market for a long period of time, but Binance came and whoo, kicked them out, like, and grabbed the first position.
Yeah. Well, I think like all success stories, it's a combination of being at the right place at the right time, being very good at what you're doing, but also a bit of luck. And so I think the story has been told before, but I think the timing of both where the market was when we saw a massive boom in ICOs and interest in cryptocurrency, as well as some of the dynamics going around in Asia and regulatory shifts, allowed Binance, as a young company that could move much more quickly than other companies, to make very quick and very smart decisions and under a lot of pressure. And I think the team was able to do that, making shifts among Asia and then into Europe. And then also at the same time responding to users that hadn't yet had an exchange that was putting their needs first. And so there were some situations where money was returned on projects that had not performed well, and Binance lived up to those obligations. And then also focusing on customer service, right? Responding to tickets, responding to problems, and making changes very quickly, and providing features that people have been asking for. And so that, along with a very reliable matching engine and technology, helped propel Binance to a leadership position. And then I think the reputation has grown since then. I think CZ has really become a bit of a cult icon because of the transparency that he's been providing to the industry that exchanges before that had not been providing. And so another good case that we unfortunately happened, but ended up being a good story for us, was the hack that happened and how we responded to that and self-insured and returned those users, making sure everyone's funds were safe. So I think that builds a reputation that is very difficult to replicate, and that goes hand in hand with our brand, which is, I think, at the end of the day, looking forward, is really what has helped us succeed, is that the brand affinity that our users have goes beyond just the technology and the customer service at this point.
I see. Now, we made last interview with your chief financial officer nearly 6 months ago in Paris. Now, if you are looking back, What can you say about the last 6 months in Binance, what you did? And the next question will be, what will be during the next 6 months with Binance?
Well, a lot has happened in 6 months. I think we saw first a pretty significant recovery in the cryptocurrency space. It's been uneven a bit, certainly a little more towards the larger cap coins. And then we've seen a little bit of volatility in the past quarter. But that doesn't really affect Binance's plan to build the products that we've been building. So in the past 6 months, wow, you've seen sort of margin and lending and futures all launch. And I think that is a nod towards much more sophisticated traders that have been demanding these features. And the adoption, particularly in our futures market, has been very reflective of how much demand there has been. The other things you've seen is a lot of discussion around stablecoins and the role of stablecoins, and so we've announced Venus, and that is around the same time that obviously Facebook had announced Libra, and so this is an area that I think a lot of regions are trying to understand what their role will be in stablecoins. I think there's a pretty broad understanding that this is a pretty critical tool to bridge fiat to crypto, and even evolving fiat paper money into a better form of digital currency. So I think various regions are trying to understand how to adopt this technology, but I think there will be adoption in one form or another, and we want to be able to provide the infrastructure to do that, because I think Binance has said for quite some time that while we currently are most famous for our crypto-to-crypto exchange, we do plan to offer many other services around the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem.
Do you believe that maybe Binance will be in the future like a Google Play, like a platform that another developers can build their services, apps, base it on Binance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe a marketplace.
Absolutely. I think that's a very good analogy that you just made, and I hadn't thought of that. I'll use that in the future. I give you credit for that. But yeah, absolutely. I think the tools that we've launched this year, particularly with the Binance chain and now several iterations of that, as well as it going hand in hand with the Binance DEX, which really is the type of, I think, future structure you might see from organizations being much more decentralized. I think that's a nice experiment on that, and I think we do see long-term potential there, but it is quite early today to expect large organizations to start decentralizing to that extent. But we wanted to illustrate that this is a possibility, and this is a path that we think some organizations will go down sooner rather than later. And so these are all part of a toolkit for developers to develop solutions using our tools. We launched something called Binance X last quarter, and this is specifically a platform to recruit technical talent around the world to use our tools to develop projects and develop solutions for pain points around the cryptocurrency ecosystem.
I see. All right. Thanks for coming to our show, for your answers, and wishing you good luck with Binance. Happy to see you again in the future and to show you news about this famous company. Thanks again.